Welcome, everyone. As much as I always want to express a big thank you for you being here tonight, I want to also wish to focus on you being able to turn an immense level of gratitude back to yourself. It is essential for creating and developing your confidence and self-empowerment, because there is a wondrous beauty of reciprocation that begins to flow almost magically once you allow yourself to self-appreciate. Yet you might be saying to yourself, how can this be? How can expressing gratitude and honoring myself, right, with empowering praise lead to you receiving more from it, from the outside world? Well, as cliche as it may sound, you cannot pour into others' cup. For if you are not overflowing with self-appreciation, you are unable to release it to those around you. Because your heart, mind, body, and soul falls into a place of scarcity like this, rather than abundance, and we cannot give to our capacity like really what we're meant to do if we have a scarcity feeling going on in any aspect of your life. You cannot find yourself clutching to any small drops of self-appreciation because they are so rare for you. No. And this sense of scarcity may have come from your own limiting patterns and beliefs, inherited unworthiness from your ancestors. For this divine principle of self-appreciation isn't something that is normally passed down through generations. Self-appreciation is not normally passed down through generations. In fact, it's noticeably absent from the lives of most of my clients over the years inside of my healing practice. And when we take a step back and think about our own experiences of self-appreciation, many times they have been met with judgment, self-inflicted or from someone else, right? It could have been a grandparent, mom or dad, teacher, coworker, a friend, even a stranger. The judgment normally takes shape in two forms: arrogance and selfishness. Because we are afraid of appearing arrogant or selfish, right? We will hold back from acknowledging ourselves, even to ourselves. We will hold back, like we don't go there. If you express a deep appreciation for yourself, your skills, talents, and unique personality, your concern could be that others would see it as your ego running wild. That's if you express it. You don't want them to think you're being arrogant. I know you don't. Two things: you don't have to brag to others and by giving yourself self-appreciation. You don't have to acknowledge yourself publicly. I want to encourage you to, and I'll give you a personal example. I will often, very randomly, get a question asked to me. Are you a good healer? Okay, am I a good healer? This is how I respond to this. I am a really good healer and confident in my abilities to help others. But I am not thinking that I am the best or that there are not other healers. Nor do I say, right, that I'm the one and only. I am very confident in my abilities and my skills, right? And I don't mind sharing it when I'm asked, or like right now with you. But that doesn't mean that I'm saying I'm the one and only. There is a difference there, and we have all met people who declare they are the best, right, at whatever it is. We compete to be the best in gymnastics, in the Olympics. I mean, it's set up that way in life. But there's no reason why you can't acknowledge yourself when asked a question. If you go to do a job interview, you need to be able to say what you're good at and feel it confidently. And that starts by self-appreciation on a daily basis. That's an example of me responding to a question. Self-appreciation is how you own your divinity and calling as a creator in this world, how you show up in this space. Let me know below. Do you have any difficulty acknowledging yourself for who you are? Or do you have difficulty sharing with something with others that you do well at? Is it hard for you to talk about yourself in that way? Because if it is, that tells me you're not in the practice of giving yourself self-appreciation. And that's where it begins first. So let me know below and I'll come check. It is not arrogance, I promise you. It is a divine drive of confidence of who you are that lies within you. I thought this quote addressed this perspective really well. It says, love yourself first and everything else falls into line. You really have to love yourself to get anything done in this world. And that is by Lucille Ball. Yeah, it's really a great one. Next, we come to the false perception of you being selfish when you self-appreciate. This is tricky, right? This too is a fallacy that can mess with the faith you have in yourself. I care about that for you. I want you to feel that from the inside out. Rather than being selfish, you're actually exhibiting a unique form of uniqueness and bravery, exquisite bravery, an ability for you to move mountains, even as your story of expansion shifts and changes along the way, because it always does. When we expand and we shift, we don't want to stay there. We can be comfortable there for a while, but we always want to be open for that next shift, that next up level, right? I want that for you. It is through this brave act of self-appreciation where you can stay the course, no matter the challenges that may arrive for you. Here's a quote from one of my favorite authors and speakers, Brené Brown. It sums up bravery so nicely. She says, owning your story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing that you will ever do. Brené Brown. It's spot on and so true. Self-appreciation is a gateway not only to deep, empowering gratitude for yourself, but also it's a gateway to the world around you. Because if you can express your self-appreciation for who you are to yourself, it shows as a glow around others. It's that inner peace, that inner confidence, right? And we know what that looks like. And I hope you know what it feels like. And by giving yourself this divine permission, you become a beacon for others to follow your lead. So by pouring, nourishing, right, self-appreciation into yourself first, you are then able to pour into others. They pour into themselves, and they, in return, they return the favor. And the cycle continues forever. We pour into ourselves, we pour into others. They pour into themselves, they pour into others. It's a beautiful cycle. How are you doing in your life? I'm sure many of you are great at self-appreciation. I'm sure you are. But the majority of us forget. We forget to acknowledge what we're good at. We forget to acknowledge what we did accomplish. Instead, we often focus on what isn't, where we lack, where we believe we lack. So let me know below if you have a hard time with self-appreciation. All right, and then I'll go on and I'll do a visualization, but I'll hop back in here and see. Oh, I've got lots of responses. That makes me happy. Hi, Stacy. You can't control how others perceive you. You cannot control how others perceive you, which is why it's really important to begin with self-appreciation within yourself, that you acknowledge yourself on a daily basis, right? That's what I'm talking about. Because if we have an attachment to the opinions and judgments of others, it will always hold us back. It will always sabotage our confidence. Spot on. Yep. I love you too, dearest. And I'm grateful you're here. Okay. You're sweet. Used to hide it. Now you claim it and own it. I love that. We got it. I want you to do that. That's what I want. Yeah. And if we don't love ourselves, we can't love others. That's so true, Stacey. I love your comments. Thank you. Really, thank you. I would love to do a visualization with you right now. So before we wrap up, I want to further support and guide you through a visualization to help integrate tonight's insights within you. So let's begin by you finding a comfortable position, preferably with both feet on the ground, all right, and your eyes closed. I'm going to cover my camera only because I don't want you distracted by me. I want you in you. I want you visualizing with me, and I will guide you through it. So yes, the screen becomes black, but it's really so I can help train your brain. Okay? So let's begin. Begin by taking a breath of air into your lungs. Filling your lungs to capacity. A little bit more and hold. There you go. Now, on the exhale, release the day's tensions, any concerns, burdens from the day. Just imagine them falling away. The next breath is a belly breath. Breathing into your stomach, expanding your stomach to capacity as you imagine a cord attached to the inside of your belly button and the other end attached to your spine. Now, on the exhale, sense, feel, and imagine the cord is pulling your stomach back more as you let out more breath, a little bit more, back to your vertebrae, activating the central nervous system. Beautiful. One last breath, filling your lungs to capacity. And as you do, you imagine the breath continuing up into your brain, activating the right and left hemisphere, activating the cells of your body to release what no longer serves you. There. Now, on this exhale, returning your breath to normal as I count from 3, 2, 1. 3, you are becoming more deeply relaxed. 2, the sounds around you will always allow you to go deeper relaxed. 3, you sense, feel, and imagine that you are standing at the edge of a calm, soothing, wide river. The sound of the water is magical as it passes you by, dancing around the rocks scattered throughout the river. You slip off your sandals and place them gently in the lush grass by the edge of the beautiful river. Now you can feel the cool squish of the mud under your bare feet, and it sends a little shiver up your back. And you giggle joyfully as it reminds you of childhood. Standing at the river's edge, closing your eyes, and breathing in the fresh air deeply, allowing this to fill your lungs. As you exhale, extend your arms out to your sides, lifting your face to the sky. You feel it? Feeling a rush of deep appreciation wash over you. Not just for your experience in nature, but a deep appreciation of yourself. Because you choose to give yourself the time and space to be still and honor everything that you are today. You become aware of something to your left in the grass. As you turn, you notice a stool. You're not quite sure why you didn't see it before, but there it is, inviting you to sit down and relax even more. As you sit down on this tiny tree stump, perfect size for you, you notice something else. Right in front of you is a wooden chest. It's a little writing desk filled with writing paper and an elegant pen that looks as if it was custom made just for you. In fact, as you take the pen in your hand, you notice it's engraved with your name on the side. Interesting. It was just left here for you? How strange. But you shrug your shoulders and simply smile with appreciation. As you look down at all the writing paper, you feel pulled to take the first page and begin writing on it. But what will you write? And to who? Suddenly, you find the pen in your hand is dancing across the first page, jotting down a note of self-appreciation. The first one is a note about a particular talent you have. It could be playing the piano, writing poetry, being a great gardener, and being a great listener. There's a myriad of things this could be. Once you have written this first note, your hands seem to have a mind of their own as they begin folding the paper. Next thing you know, your note of self-appreciation has become a tiny paper sailboat. A playful grin crosses your face as you gently place it in the river. Within a few moments, it's bouncing and floating its way down the river until it quickly fades out of sight. So you find yourself writing another note to yourself, a note of self-appreciation. Nice. Folding it up as it naturally folds into a paper sailboat and playfully placing it in the water. Again and again you do this. So many glorious notes of gratitude for you. See them floating down the river, these white sailboats, all sharing appreciation and gratitude for you. It seems like you've been writing and playing for hours, but it also seems as if only a moment or two has passed. You sit back down on the little tree stump, watching the final boat float out of sight. And for a few moments, you let the stillness wash over you. Seemingly out of the blue, you notice something out of the corner of your left eye. Something is moving down the river towards you. At first, you can't quite make it out, as the sun has become much brighter and it is reflecting off the water in your eyes. You squint and it starts to make out a shape. Then you hear sounds. As this shape continues to move towards you, you see it. It is a real life sailboat, a luxurious sailboat on your river filled with people waving and cheering for you. As you stand on the side of the river in temporary shock, you see a second sailboat, and then another, another, and another. The river is full with all these glorious sailboats of gratitude. Why are they there? Why are they here? Because you chose to send out to the world the divine energy of self-appreciation, acknowledging your self-worth. And by choosing yourself, you became the bright light of hope for so many others to do the same for themselves. You opened the gateway of gratitude, the reciprocation of appreciation. And it is an endless flow, just like the river you're standing by now. Then you hear the folks on the sailboat that is closest to you invite you to come aboard. And you do so effortlessly. As they meet you, they hug you tight. They thank you again and again for who you are. And they shower you with gifts of appreciation. Then you magically jump over to the next sailboat. And this beautiful hugging and expression of gratitude repeats itself. Until you finally see the last sailboat, the one that seems designed just for you. It's as if it was created directly from your own dreams. You jump over it and climb aboard, taking the wheel. And you begin to sail down the river with all of these amazing new friends. The river calmly carries you along as if you were sailing on the clouds above, so peacefully, so soothing. You feel an endless appreciation for all that is you. As the sun begins to set on the horizon, you glide down the river overflowing with emotions of limitless expansion. For you know that your journey of self-appreciation has just begun. And it will continue moving forward. Now, bringing your awareness back to your breath, I will count from 1 to 3, and you will come back to your original space with clarity and inner peace. 1, bringing your awareness back to your body. 2, activating the cells in your body with your new integrated soul's truth of self-acceptance. 3, eyes wide open as you are now fully accepting of receiving the answers you seek. Beautiful. All right, come back to me. Hi, how'd you do? Everyone do okay? This is a good one to come back to and do again, right? I don't know if you can fast forward in replays, but it's a good one to come back to and listen to again. I believe in you, and I know that you can begin this practice of giving yourself appreciation for what you're aware of that you do well. What happens then is we're able to expand and notice other things. You're even be able to do things you didn't know you could do. Okay, that's exciting for me to be able to do something that previously was uncomfortable. But as I gain confidence, right, because of the things that I will appreciate myself for, it allows the subconscious to expand and you'll have more confidence to try new things because there are gifts and talents waiting to be developed. We are not just one dimension. And we have so much more, so much joy we can feel inside from further developing ourselves. Please, that's my challenge for you this week is to self appreciate every single day. Say, tell yourself that you're grateful you're good at something. Acknowledge yourself for what you do well. If you have a comment or question about it, just state it below. Thank you for being live with me, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And yeah, let's do it. Let's gain some confidence and begin, having more courage and bravery because we self appreciate, we self love. That turns into a love and respect for ourselves. And then we're able to do those things that we need to in order to, right, do our life purpose. Whatever your life purpose is, I'm here to help you do it. All right. You're welcome. Thank you for being here with me, Ron. Thank you. Thank you. Sending everybody lots of love. All right. Until next time. Bye bye.